Subject and predicate. A subject and predicate, these are quite important. Combine the two and you will see that you have formed a sentence. So what is a subject? A subject is a noun or a pronoun. It answers the question who or what. What about the predicate then? The predicate tells us about the subject. It tells us what the subject is or what it does. So, the subject names who or what the sentence is about. The predicate tells us something about the subject. Now, the dog is the subject. Ate the bone is the predicate. The cat is the subject. Mewed in the window is the predicate. Mr. Morton is the subject. And what did Mr. Morton do? Mowed the lawn. Mrs. Smith is the subject. And talked on the phone is the predicate. Now, always remember, ask yourself two questions to identify the subject. Who or what? Who is the principal? Mr. Parks. That is the subject. Now, what do we do to find out the predicate? What is Mr. Parks? Is our principal. Is the predicate. Max and Ben, subject, are in the third grade, predicate. The waitress dropped the tray of food. Who dropped the tray of food? The waitress, the subject. What did the waitress do? Drop the tray of food, the predicate. The dogs in our neighbor's yard barked all night. What did the dogs in our neighbor's yard do? Barked all night, predicate. The dogs in our neighbor's yard, subject. Ali and I studied for our science test. What did Ali and I do? Studied for our science test. That's the predicate. And who are we talking about? We are talking about Ali and I. That's the subject. He called his parents after the movie. Who did he call after the movie? His parents. So, call his parents after the movie is the predicate. And who is the doer of the action? Who? Who answers? Who is being spoken about? It's he. So, he is the subject. All the kids in the gym laughed. Who are we talking about? All the kids in the gym. So that's the subject. And what did they do? They laughed. That's the predicate. Now for the same set of sentence, let's find out the subject and predicate. My little brother broke his finger. My little brother broke his finger. Who are we talking about? My little brother, subject. His Uncle Bob asked for direction. Who are we talking about? His Uncle Bob, subject. These soldiers carried gun. Who are we talking about? Those soldiers, subject. Our babysitter arrived late. Who are we talking about? Our babysitter, that's a subject. Now for the same set of sentence, let's find out the predicate. What is being said about my little brother? Broke his finger, predicate. His Uncle Bob asked for direction. What are we saying about Uncle Bob? That he asked for direction. Asked for direction is predicate. Those soldiers carried gun. What are we saying about the soldiers? That they carried guns, predicate. Our babysitter arrived late. What are we saying about our babysitter? That the babysitter arrived late.